Mark, I'd like to start off by just asking you how proud you are to be in this current position now, given the fact that you've worked at the club for 2 decades.
Very much so. I mean, I think, as you say, I've been at this club for nearly 20 years now. I've worked my way through, and a big chunk of my working career has been here. So to be able to be leading this club is a real privilege to be. But I think it's not just about me, though. I think what we really have at this club is some great staff and some great infrastructure and great people. And from my point of view, just being able to direct those, bring the most out of those, and hopefully we can get success running all the way through the club, both on the field and off the field from that.
You've been in charge of so many different areas of the football club, Mark, over the last 20 years, gaining so much knowledge and experience. Do you believe that will stand you in good stead for taking on this new role?
Absolutely. As I say, I've working through so many departments, I know all the ins and outs, and say nobody can pull the wool over my eyes over those. But it also means that I've been able to have touch points across other areas which I haven't. So the footballing side, being a director for the last 5 or 6 years, has meant that I've seen what's going on there. Obviously, my role now is more strategic. So rather than getting into the nuts and bolts of all the bits and pieces, I need to take that step back. But again, I'm in such a lucky position having staff that can do that. I can take that strategic approach and hopefully move the club forwards.
You'll be working very closely with Ian Meadows, who will be heading up our football operations mission. How closely will you be working with him, and what are the key differences in both of your roles?
So Ian is very much looking after the whole football side. So Ian is the key link with Carlos. Ian was a crucial part of the appointment of Carlos back in October. So they've had that working relationship for a number of months now, and it's really positive, and that's something which we want to continue to work forwards with. In terms of my relationship with Ian, he's very good, very positive. Ian knows where we need to go as a club, and he'll be working with that. His role is slightly different now in the sense that previously he was about recruitment and bringing in. This role is much more sort of an overview. He'll be bringing in, he'll also be dealing with agents to take players out as well, but also over time seeing how the other bits work, the academy, the women's side, the medical, so having that much more of an overview. But I say his key part will be that relationship with Carlos, which is second to none at the moment.
It's a key period of the year, isn't it? The summer transfer window is open, and it's a chance for Carlos to shape his squad for the new season. So what's the club's strategy in this summer transfer market?
There's no secret that we need to move some players out to keep us on a positive financial footing. And obviously we've already moved, Dara's left, and that puts us in a really good position moving forwards in our negotiations. So the strategy is to hopefully bring in some new players that Carlos wants, that fits his strategy, fits his ethos, young, dynamic, and can put that enthusiasm onto the pitch and work in his style. So looking to bring those kind of players in, but also looking to move some of the players that don't fit into Carlos's style and ethos. And so there will be some ins, there'll be some outs, but one of the things I can stress is it's a full intention that we'll have a competitive squad for next season. Now, don't get me wrong, it's going to be a tough season next year in terms of the teams that have come down from the Premier League, got promoted from League One, but I'm confident under Carlos's regime and colleges now, so we'll actually get there and have a good competitive team next year.
As a trio, Mark, yourself, Ian Pearce and Carlos Corberán, how easy was it to decide on the strategy and come up with plans for the new season?
Very easy from that side. So one of the things that I've work and the way we'll do things is full transparency. So very early on, sat down with Carlos and with Ian, identified exactly what we needed to do as a club, both from a non-footballing side to balance the books, balance the finances, but also what Carlos needs from the footballing side as well. So we sat down, we discussed the needs from both sides, from the football and from the non-footballing side, and set a strategy out there. Now, that may take time over the coming sort of weeks and months to get there before the deadline day comes, but it's been very easy, been very transparent with Carlos, and we all know it's challenge. There's going to be challenges ahead, but Carlos is fully on board with that, and I think he's thriving on the fact that we've got some good challenges.
Is honesty going to be key going forward, Mark? You spoke so positively about it just then in your previous answer, but is that how you will get the best out of both Ian and Carlos and vice versa?
I think honesty is key in anything, particularly as in the role that I'm in now. Honesty is key on the footballing and the non-footballing side. But I think certainly with Carlos's perspective, he knows exactly what we need to do. We have those conversations on a regular basis. I see Carlos most days, even if it's just for coffee and for a quick chat, those happen there. What Ian has is the day-to-day ins and outs with him from there. So honesty is key, transparency, so everybody knows exactly where we stand.
Away from football, Mark, I believe there's some positive news that you can tell supporters about regarding season ticket sales and commercial sales? What more can you tell us?
Yeah, I'm really, really pleased to say that our season ticket sales to this day are the highest in the last 10 years. So we're at 16,500 season ticket sales already, which is a great number to have, particularly in the current climate that we have with cost of living, etc. What to me it shows is the commitment that supporters have to the football club, but also to Carlos as well. I'm hopeful that those numbers will continue to grow before the season starts, and obviously people can continue to buy the season tickets through the season. So that is really encouraging, and I hope everybody can get behind Carlos and the team when they do that. But that's also replicated in other areas. So for example, the corporate and executive areas, we're all but 2 boxes sold out now, which again is great. And the demand is really good there. As I say, for where we are with the current climate of the country at the moment, to have those sales is nothing more than phenomenal.
It's no secret, Mark, that the supporters of Albion have been concerned about the club in recent times. What is your intention in terms of communicating with them going forward? Is that something that you are putting a lot of importance on?
Communication is key in any role, and whether that be to staff within the club, but also to supporters. And I've got my full commitment that I'll be as transparent and open with everybody as I can do. That goes with that.
And just finally, you're going to be the man that's leading this football club forwards. In your eyes, what does a good leader look like?
One of the things that I've learned over the years is take little bits of different people. I've worked with some really good, some good managers, some good people. Recently, obviously with Ron, and previous before that in different roles. And it's my intention to take the little bits of everybody. Take the good bits and say, yeah, I'll do that way and do that way. But one of the things I will try and do is continue to be myself, to have my own style. I don't want to replicate anybody else, but say, take some of the good pieces from everybody and build those into my management style. One of the key things I say stress is this isn't about me. I'm in the privileged position of being able to head up the football club, but it's being able to lead the staff that we have here. And this club is very special. And one of the philosophies I have is this one club, one badge. And that's that everybody's part of it, whether that be the club staff, people in the academy, in the first team, the Albion Foundation, the supporters, the women's, everybody there, we're all wearing the same badge, and to make sure that we as West Bromwich Albion can kick on and move forwards, and I hope have a positive season coming up.